video production package took under 10 minutes to build on one tool and cost 5 cents. The other tool crashed after 27 minutes, costing $17 in credits. And look at the settings tab. 100% of session limits used. $17.40 drained. Antigravity delivered a 14 kilobyte complete production package. Claude cut corners with an incomplete 9 kilobyte script before dying completely.
You clicked because you want to build an AI video pipeline, but you probably do not realize you are walking into a massive speed and cost trap. Most creators think these advanced workspace agents are all the same, but the architecture behind them is completely different. I ran a side-by-side test with the two biggest platforms on the market right now to prove what happens under the hood.
We gave both agents the exact same instructions to build a complete production package from scratch.
We gave both agents the exact same instructions to build a complete production package from scratch. What followed was a direct look at how much money and time you can waste if you choose the wrong tool. One tool finished the job in under 10 minutes, while the other hit a hard session block and drained my credit wallet. Let us look at the setup. We wanted a complete script, production guide, asset prompt list, and distribution pack. Both agents started scanning the workspace at the exact same moment. This is where the first major difference became obvious.
Google Antigravity scanned the workspace, flagged 3 issues, and immediately generated clarifying questions for me.
Google Antigravity scanned the workspace, flagged 3 issues, and immediately generated clarifying questions for me. It was focused and structured. It did not waste time guessing what I wanted.
But over on the left screen, Claude Cowork ran into an error trying to read our library folder.
But over on the left screen, Claude Cowork ran into an error trying to read our library folder.
Instead of handling the issue or asking a clean question, it started spinning on workspace commands.
Instead of handling the issue or asking a clean question, it started spinning on workspace commands. This terminal looping is a massive drain on your resources. If your agent is running 20 commands just to read a directory, it is burning your token limits.
I had to respond to Antigravity's clarifying questions, which took about 10 seconds of typing.
Once I hit submit, Antigravity went straight to work on the research brief.
It mapped out the audience questions, the competitors, and 3 solid angles for the video.
It took exactly 2 minutes of computation to deliver that brief. But Claude was still spinning, trying to list files and query the workspace over and over. At this point, Claude paused to ask me about Hagen checkpoint options. I submitted my response to both tools. Antigravity was already moving into production. Claude began writing, but the command overhead was already catching up to it.
As we watched the timelines, Antigravity completed the entire production package in 5 minutes of active compute.
It generated a detailed script, an asset sheet, and a multi-track editing guide.
Total cost for the Antigravity run was just 5 cents.
Claude is still generating, but it is moving slower and slower. And then it just stopped. The settings tab showed a hard session block. 100% of the pro limits were used. It also drained $17.40 in API credits in under half an hour. That is a massive cost for an incomplete job. We had to wait 4.5 hours for the limit to reset. This is what I call the credit and speed trap. If you do not optimize your agent's workflow, it will bankrupt your project before you even start filming.
Let us compare the actual files they generated before Claude died.
Antigravity delivered a complete 14 kilobyte script, which is about 2,400 words. That is the exact length you need for an 18-minute video. Claude only managed a 9 kilobyte script, which was around 1,500 words. It cut corners because it was running out of session memory. It is not just about word count. It is about depth and structure.
Antigravity mapped out 18 detailed Google Flow prompts and calculated the credit costs.
Claude generated 15 custom graphics prompts, but they were vague and lacked detail. If you look at the production guides, the difference is even bigger.
Antigravity structured the resolve tracks from video 6 down to video 1.
It mapped audio 1 to audio 5, ensuring everything had its place. Claude gave us a simplified list that did not match standard editing templates. Why did this happen? It comes down to how these tools handle token optimization.
With Claude Cowork, I had to manually build and inject token saving instructions.
I had to tell it to avoid listing files, limit tool calls, and stop reading large documents. If you do not babysit Claude's token usage, it will loop until it hits the limit. But with Antigravity, I did not have to do any of that. It manages its own token efficiency natively without manual guardrails. It knows how to read only what is necessary to complete the task. This saves you hours of prompting overhead and keeps your costs to pennies. So how do you choose the right agent for your workflow? Before you start your next AI production run, check your tool's architecture. Make sure you are not paying $20 for a job that should cost 5 cents. You need a clear scorecard to measure speed, cost, and reliability. That is why I created a combined Shootout scorecard and agent selector sheet. It gives you the exact metrics from this test and a flowchart to choose your agent. You can download it using the link in the description. If you want to see how we build these pipelines step by step, check out the next video. I will see you there.